think the most important lesson is how very, very arrogant we have been, assuming we're completely separate from the rest of the animal kingdom. I actually learned that from my dog, Rusty, but the chimpanzees, biologically so like us, behaviorally so like us, reinforced that we are not the only sentient beings on the planet. And also the tremendous importance for the good development of a young infant, having a supportive mother. And I was lucky I had a supportive mother. And I think it's equally important for both chimpanzees, infants, and human infants to have that real support in the first couple of years of life. I'll never forget when a little infant, he was 6 months old, just very tottery on his feet, and his mother was still nervous of me, old Flo, and she kept her hand gently around him, and she let him come up to me, and with those big wide eyes he reached out and touched my nose. That was a very special moment. The worst problems today are the increase of the bushmeat trade, which is commercial hunting of wild animals for food, and some parts of Africa chimp meat is appreciated. They get caught in the wire snares set by hunters for bushmeat, for antelopes or pigs. Probably the worst of all is the shooting of mothers to steal babies to sell, mostly to Asian countries. It's illegal, but it's happening. It's having a very damaging effect in some parts of Africa. And then the other one is disease, because as we move deeper and deeper into the forest, so they're so like us genetically, they can catch our human diseases. And then, of course, overall, there's the destruction of the habitat. And so that's when it hit me. If we don't help the people to find ways of making a living without destroying the environment, we can't save chimps, forests, or anything else. I would say we've got very good examples of that harmony with, for example, the forest people living deep in the forest, the indigenous people, the Twa, we used to call them pygmies. There's examples of other indigenous communities, and they just live side by side and both live out in the forest, and they get on fine.